Dennis, 2 weeks running, you didn't get what you deserved. Cruel late winner, it must be hard to take.
Yeah, it's really frustrating, but that's football. I thought, today was the best we've played. Not the best we've played, it's not good. Because, okay.
The best you've played for a while.
The best we've looked for a while. You know what? When I say played, people go, "Well, you weren't exactly Barcelona," but North Ferriby will never ever be Barcelona, but they could end up winning the playoffs through an effective style of football. When I mean played, I mean we looked strong, we looked like we could score goals, and we looked like we could not concede goals in a sense. But the 2 goals were frustrating because they was both from set pieces, and when you look at the game, I hope I've seen it the same way as everybody else. With 15 minutes to go, Ferriby are more than happy to get a draw, wasting time, which you would do. They're 5 points clear of us, and if they get a draw, they're still 5 points clear of us. So then they get a corner and they score from it. So they're not expecting a present, but they got one right at the end and they got themselves a win. But overall, I'm not despondent with the performance. With that performance, especially first half, we could go on and win football matches that could make us challenge to get into the playoffs. Whereas the performance against Fylde, you'd say you got no chance of getting into the playoffs. So that was the encouraging bit, that we looked like we was much better today. Nate had a good debut. Connor Robertson looked like he was bright, and they played well together. Great combination with him and Dale for the first goal. And Connor, had 1 or 2 other opportunities. So there was some good moments there today. Kane done much better for an hour today than what he's done of late. So there's some encouraging signs. Pidgeley's back next week. So overall, I think we're in a much better position to go and win some football matches.
Really bright opening the first 20-25 minutes, and obviously capped by your goal, but then to concede 2 minutes later, you must have been tearing your hair out.
Absolutely, because you can't see them scoring. Nate Brown's dealing with Denton. They're only going long as normal. The game plan obviously was to pick up the runners. We're doing that. So in open play, you can't ever see them scoring. They've not had the opportunity. They've had 1 shot other than the 2 goals in the whole game that Fabs has done well to save down to his left in the first half. But no, it was a horrible goal. We haven't picked up, and both goals are the same. We haven't picked up. The first goal was a first phase, and the second goal was a second phase. We haven't picked up, and it's cost us some points today.
And your debutants, Nat Brown, like you say, had a good debut. Connor was lively up front, and they looked like they could really offer you something during the closing weeks.
Absolutely, they can only get stronger. Nate's been out on loan, so he's had quite a lot of game time, but Connor hasn't. So with every minute they play, they can get stronger and they can learn about everybody else. But hopefully what they've seen today is that we're a side that's got some good players. We are pretty compact, otherwise we wouldn't be in the position we are in the league. But we're still in a very tidy position. Fortunately, Nuneaton drew with Fylde, so we're 1 point away. Next week you can win and you can be back in the playoff position with 6 games to go. So we're in a position. We need the supporters to stick with us, because at times today, obviously, they're not behind us, and instead of becoming a 12th man, you become a hindrance, because the players feel the frustration. The players that are a little bit younger and weaker mentally than others don't want the ball. They want to hide away from it because they're frightened to get it and give it away and then get moaned at. So we need them to get behind us to be the 12th man. But it's just, it's very eerie here at the moment. It's like, it's tough for some of the players, and they feel it, and I can see them feel it.
And next weekend, you mentioned the next game, you've got 2 in very quick succession, and what an opportunity to really get yourself back amongst it.
Of course, bank holiday weekends are always big, because obviously, we're 1 point behind now, but if you win 2 games, that's 6 points, and if they don't go the way of Tamworth and Nuneaton, you can now find yourself 5 points in front with 5 games to go. So look, the most important thing for us, Craig, is we've got to try and win a football match. We haven't done that for 3 games. So my objective at the moment is roll on next Saturday at home to Brackley and get ourselves 3 points. And all of a sudden then the belief goes again. You go to Tamworth and the wheels start rolling, and then hopefully you can go into the playoffs on a winning run. So we just need to get 3 points sooner rather than later.
And Pidge will be back, so that's a bonus. Not preempting your selection, but him and Nat are going to give you a real solid base to build from.
Well, it will certainly help us from the set pieces. Today we've conceded 2 from set pieces, but if we win the first header, then the second opportunity don't come along. So Pidge will certainly help in that respect. What he is good at is being dominant in the air. So, but yeah, you know, Pidgey's back next week. You know, we'll train this week and we'll prepare the best we can for Brackley. And hopefully, we're at home. We've only got 3 home games left. The supporters get right behind us and we get ourselves 3 points. And then we can look forward to travelling to Tamworth. But yeah, you know, disappointed today because we didn't deserve that.